How can you follow the MHA's rules when they don't follow them? On the lease, it says you have to have landlord's written permission for alterations. Okay? Now pay attention.
What's the news on the shower head thing? Do you hear anything back by that? The shower head, yeah, I didn't do it. Work on the shower head because I thought that I was saying what you were going to do. Yeah, I got to have permission now written. That's what the lease says. Oh, yeah, you can. I just thought it was understood that you can go ahead and do that. I thought the lease. If you want, maintenance to come and do something, now I can put a word for it. Well, I just thought I had to have written permission. No, we just give you permission to go ahead and put the shower in. Do you need them to? No, all you do is just unscrew it, right, and screw it on.
Yeah, what kind of shower head?
It's handheld.
Is it like what they call a water saver?
No, the lease clearly states I have to have written permission, but Ladrina, in charge of housing, says I don't. They're very tricky. Now I called Ladrina months before that and told her, asked her if I could attach a toilet seat on top, and she said fine. And then I asked Connie if I could put up handrails in person. It's recorded, and she said fine. But you see, what they do is they tell you one thing, and then they can flip it around on you.
1.6 and a half P parts gallons per minute, GPM.
Okay. So I do have permission to put it up if it qualifies. Okay.
You can put it up, and next time we're over there, we're gonna look at it, and if it's fine, I'll say, you need to get that different shower head to go on.
Okay. Well, it only has 2 settings, and it ain't very powerful, so.
Is it water pick?
No, it's a Peerless.
Fearless? You're fine.
Okay.
Fearless, still.
So I got verbal permission from Ladrina and verbal permission from head of maintenance, but it's not written.
These just go on the side of your tub. They pop on and pop off. They're handrails, is what I call them. This is a raised toilet seat with handrails attached to them, and it screws on and off. And here's the shower head I put up. No big deal, but since I don't have it in writing, all I have is what they said, and they record. I record too, but I bet you don't. If they get mad at me because of anything, they can say they didn't do it. They didn't give me no permission to do it. And then write me up for failure to abide by rules. Yeah, they're tricky. That's why I record all contact with them. And they're dirty. Okay? Now, if I move out or when I move out, more than likely, because they've done it to other people, they'll put that I made alterations without permission to the apartment, I destroyed the apartment, or whatever. You see, I already know I'll never get housing again because they're dirty little devils. They didn't get to bully me very long, and I pushed back, and they don't like that. Now, as for the emergency bug pest thing that happened after the riot, you saw that video. Access by the landlord has to be 2 days. Okay? Bugs is not an emergency. The people who moved in had been here for months. 48 hours notice, bugs are not going to just invade everybody's apartment. Okay? And the landlord may enter the dwelling unit at any time without advance notice when there's a reasonable cause. to believe emergency exists. Madisonville Housing Authority employees, I absolutely believe, are bullies and are medicated. What is reasonable to them is not reasonable to a sane, non-medicated person. And the landlord is supposed to leave you a card of date and time and why they came in. I think I got 2 or 3 of those after Federal HUD come in and kick butt, but they didn't do it after that. 2 days notice. So, there are tricky little devils, and you will hear they put people out for no reason, and these people are telling the truth. Maybe a tent is a good idea. You cannot fight bullies medicated, or self-medicated, or watching TV, or with your mind on something else. You have to be on top of things. Peace.